not going to play in this series, probably not going to play the rest of the playoffs. But as I told you last night on Inside the NBA, he literally did take a few baby steps on Sunday at the Celtics practice facility. He spent about 4 minutes dribbling around the court, walking around the court, under the eye of the Celtics strength and conditioning coach Brian Dew, and with athletic trainer Ed Lacerte looking on. But the Celtics still maintain that Garnett is not going to be available to them in the postseason. As Doc Rivers has said, the tendon injury that Garnett has only requires a lot of rest, and even if he gets 2 or 3 rounds of rest, the Celtics still do not expect Garnett to be available to them in the playoffs.
Kevin Garnett back on the floor again today at the tail end of the Celtics shoot-around, and Doc Rivers now referring to him as Coach Garnett because he's doing more of that and counseling some of his guys and talking. But I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying he's out there.
First of all, I think it's great he's out there working with Perkins, working with Mikey Moore, trying to help those guys.
We talked about Garnett just seconds ago, and he's been working as Kevin Garnett with Perkins, the center.
Well, when you can't play, sometimes you got to be an assistant coach. He said, you're going to work on this move, we're going to work on this move, showing him the footwork, talking to him about it. Look a little fake, and he says, okay, it's going to pay off tonight. Beautiful footwork. He should look over at Kevin Garnett, nice little teacher, good student. Boston. Before was Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. We see Kevin Garnett, you know, he is just itching to be out there and play out with that knee injury. Listen, Kevin Garnett, he was a little bit sullen in game 1, obviously not happy that he couldn't play. I understand that, Kevin. I've been hurt in the playoffs, how terrible it is to sit over there. You see a much more animated Kevin Garnett today than you did see in game 1.
Davis in the Garden. Poe picks up number 1.
You see that guy, Kevin Garnett, that's the that they do not have a big team. So whereas Kendrick Perkins in the past has gotten a lot of fouls and taken this.
Who you like his performance so far in his 9 minutes with a couple points. And good fake by Davis on top. Oh, and a tie! Look at the big man fly!
Intensity, the urgency of this game. They do not want to be in an 0-2 home going to Chicago with a can't play a half-court game.
There's an injury timeout with the Celtics on top by 6 on TNT. Right down to the rack. 19 to play. And Doug, the Celtics on 18 in a busted high 20.
Listen, Kevin Garnett, he was a little bit sullen in game 1, obviously not happy that he couldn't play. I understand that, Kevin. I've been hurt in the